Hello everybody, Donna here with Family Tales. I hope everybody's doing well today. We are back with some more Reddit stories. And if you really enjoy these stories, which I hope you do, I know that they're entertaining, that's for sure, then please hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell. So let's get started today. The first story is about a cheating husband this time. And the wife is pregnant with their child, and he's going around doing this, and she finally caught him. So I hope you enjoy.
Update: my husband cheated, so I told everyone. Original post: he has nothing right now and definitely doesn't care. I'm 7 months pregnant now, but when I was 5 months, I found out he was cheating. While I was at the hospital with pneumonia. I just posted about my mom, but I kind of want to get everything off my chest. He is adopted, but he knows his biological family. He told his adopted family, biological family, my friends, his friends, etc. A lot came out when I found out. I found out that he cheated on every girlfriend he's ever had. I'm now friends with his exes, who lied to about everything as well. He told me he wasn't in contact with them, and they found out about me when his mom died and I was in her obit because, shocker, she's my mother-in-law. He says I ruined his life. I want to. He's hiding like a coward. He won't answer messages from anyone. He tried telling my mother that he spoke to an attorney, and I made him feel guilty for not being happy when he mentioned it. Never happened. In fact, when I asked if he was cheating, he swore on his mother's grave he wasn't. A lie. Oh, that's terrible. There's so much to this story, but I just don't understand how some people can do this. He wanted his perfect wife and kids and his little girlfriend on the side. He was never going to leave me, and now he's not responding to my divorce attorney. I want him out of my life since he was so unhappy. But suddenly, he's too busy for the divorce he claims he wants, or started at claiming when I kicked him out of the house, when I told him to leave because he was cheating. He told me he's been unhappy a long time and spoke to a lawyer a month ago, but didn't know how to tell me, so he cheated and lied to hide it for weeks. Who knows what he's telling the truth about, if anything. He wanted the baby that I'm pregnant with. I didn't want another for 2 more years, but now that we're not together, he says it's my choice and I can have full custody. Oh, how sweet of him. He's mad at me because his affair partner was also cheating on her boyfriend, and I told said boyfriend. Apparently, because I did that, my husband doesn't have to apologize for what he did to me because I'm trying to ruin his and his new girlfriend's lives. He said he's not sorry, he doesn't regret it, and he's accepted what he's done, and I need to get over it. But he can't even say the words I cheated. Just, you don't know my side, and I've accepted what I've done. I want him to suffer like I am, and he has no one. But I know he doesn't care because he's twisted in his mind so that he's justified because I told everyone what he did, so clearly I'm the bad guy. If he had a side, he would tell his whole family so that they wouldn't hate him, but instead he blocks their numbers. He knows he can't lie to anyone who can ask me because I have all the proof, and anything he says I can disprove, so he says nothing. Yet insists he's not in the wrong. I really know how to pick him. I'm a single mom of 2. More information in the comments. I felt like if I didn't then, it would give him a chance to convince me that it was my fault somehow. Now I have even his family at my back telling me to not ever take him back, and that honestly is a big help to keeping me from breaking down and trying to fix him so my family can be whole. His brother logged into his Facebook and made a post about what he did, so he deleted his Facebook the next morning, LOL. When we got together, I told him cheating was my hard line, no forgiveness. He said he understood because he's been cheated on. Lie. Little did I know he had a girlfriend when we got together. I still don't understand how he thought that was okay somehow. Based on new evidence, I believe the affair partner knew about me and they had some sort of we both have partners, so we both have something to lose agreement, but when I first messaged her, after she stopped ignoring me the first 2 days, she said, he says that he's divorcing you and the baby isn't his. Oh my gosh, really? Now for the update. This is kind of a small update, but I was excited and remembered this account, so I wanted to say that you don't have to be healed for things to be better. Good things can still happen even if you're sad. Thus far, I have gotten a pay raise at work, and come the new year, I'll be promoted and take over my own store with another pay raise. I've been going out more and enjoying myself. I have concert tickets and hockey tickets that I'm very excited about. I had my son in October, and in January I started eating healthier, and I've lost 20 pounds so far. I'm seeing someone, sort of. We're exclusive on accident, just kind of stopped seeing others in favor of each other, but not official, and he makes me smile. I went to the dealership we got our cars from and found out that X has been telling people that I cheated and was abusive. They gave me a free oil change because they felt so bad when I broke down. I proved that was a lie and talked to them for a while. I knew he would do that, but it's nice to have proof, and it's exactly why I kept everything I had. As for my husband, the judge officially signed the divorce decree in January. I've been in no contact with him since June 2022, so I wasn't getting a lot of updates there until the now ex-affair partner messaged me. I knew that his car was a repo order on it, and that he was struggling dating, but that he had found someone. He has his whole family blocked, but on Thanksgiving she messaged me that she had left him and she was sorry. I didn't message her back until this month because I just wasn't ready. But I did and found out that he's been fired from 3 jobs since I left him, and now he doesn't have her either. I do think he's seeing someone, and I think I figured out who, but I don't want to be involved even though I want to warn her. I'm torn, but I decided to let him do as he does because I don't want to give him a reason to reach out. He has reached out to my mother once because he was posted in a toxic men Facebook group with a warning for other girls and decided it was for me. Even then, he didn't even ask how our son was. He has never met him or seen him or asked about him. My in-laws are still my family, and my grandmother-in-law calls every week to talk to me. My aunt and sister-in-law are coming to my oldest son's birthday so he can see his cousins on that side, and they can see me. So in all, I'm doing good and he's not. But I'm not official with the guy I'm seeing for a couple of reasons. I am still paranoid, anxious, and stressed. I don't fully trust my instincts. I am aware of all of that. Better things are still happening, and I'm sure it will get even better. I'm excited to one day be fully healed and living a good life. I don't know how long that will take, but that's okay. The only thing besides all that is that he has yet to pay child support or any money he has ordered to pay in the divorce, so we will have to go back to the court to enforce that. Who knows what the hell that will bring. Edit 1. Thank you for the award. I feel the love and support from the comments, and I appreciate every single one of you. I can only hope that if someone who is struggling to leave a situation like mine reads this, they will find that strength and respect for themselves to go. Never stay with someone who hurts you. It's not worth it. Edit 2. I saw my story posted on Instagram, Reddit Addiction, that's fine, and read the comments. Some of them are truly hilarious. Some guys said I was still obsessed with my ex because I added what was going on with him in my update. Someone else said history would repeat in my new relationship. Someone said my ex was engaged. He's not. Someone said that I'm clearly just as bad. This one made me laugh because all I've done is be loyal and take care of my children, family, and friends. I think there is some projecting there. That kind of makes me laugh. I want to tell the girls something, especially the ones who can relate. You can be bitter. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't be bitter. You can thrive, move on, and also say F him and watch him burn. You can be over the man and still be angry with the actions. I don't particularly care about him anymore, but what he did still pisses me off, and I'm glad he's suffering. I hope anyone who has gone through or is going through something similar is doing okay. Personally, I can hold a grudge for years. I have people blocked, and I can't even tell you what they did. To the guys, firstly, I'm perfectly okay taking your redirected anger over the fact that you suck. I don't know if you've done similar to my ex or if a girl simply shot you down, but you can shit talk me for it. It says more about you. As for my relationship, I literally said it wasn't one. I have way too many trust issues right now, and I'm well aware of that. I'm not ready to actually date. It wouldn't be fair to the guy when I know that I'll likely be paranoid even if he's done nothing. So I'd love to see a repeat of history when I'm not interested in a guy. It'd be an incredible feat. I wish him luck. Once again, thank you to all the good people out there who said such nice things. I see your support and I appreciate it. Story 2. Wife asked for open marriage, I asked for divorce, plus update. Yep, she's already cheated or she's already found somebody. Oops, I shouldn't get ahead of myself. Original post. I'm wondering if I've jumped the gun or have been reasonable here. We've been married for 12 years now. Things have already been great without any particular ups or downs. My wife has always been a kind, sweet woman, and up until this, I thought the world of her, and then she went and broached the talk about open marriage. What if we consider opening up the marriage? Because all her friends did it, and it's 2024. I didn't get angry or anything like that. I just listened and offered my counters. I asked if her friends are influencing her into this. She said no. I asked if she already had someone in mind. She said no. Surprise, surprise. I asked her to give me some time to think about it, and she agreed, stating we don't have to do it if I'm not up for it. I shouldn't have, but in the days after I checked her phone and laptop, nothing suspicious or that suggested she was cheating already. Last week, I told her I thought about it. In my opinion, she can date anyone she wants because I want a divorce. Cue the sobbing, the begging, and all. If I knew, I wouldn't have even asked. She refuses to move out, and so do I, so I sleep in the guest room. She's taken sick from work, and every time I'm home, she keeps begging to talk and go back to the bedroom with her. I believe her friends actually tried to influence her, and she didn't do anything at all, but this unraveled my perception of her. Was I too fast to mention divorce? Now for the updates. Update 1. I wasn't jumping the gun. She was cheating emotionally and planning to do so physically. I checked her phone and computer and found nothing, but she came forward with a second phone I had no idea that she even had. She thought I already knew, but that's why she came out with it. Just as I was starting to regret my decision, her friends sweet-talked her into it. Apparently those open marriages are just their affairs. The things I saw are stomach-churning. She begs to be given a second chance, and part of me is foolishly considering to give it to her. Don't do it. But it's not the right thing to do. I don't want to leave her, but I have to for the sake of my dignity, pride, and self-respect. That I love her has become irrelevant. Additional comments. You don't need to make a decision this very moment. I would take some space and serious time, but just me, as I have impulsive tendencies. Certainly put yourself first. I say this as someone who has discovered an emotional affair several weeks ago. I'm still processing it and still get hit with moments of anger. I printed divorce papers today just so I have them. OP. I think that if I dwell on it too much, I might risk changing my mind on the rightful thing to do, divorce. I'm gutted, and I don't want to lose her, but I'm relieved that my instincts are correct. Infidelity can be overcome if there is true remorse, but you gotta go with your gut here. OP. I think she is genuinely remorseful, but why should we stay together after this? It's not right. On if families have found out about their wife's request for open marriage. OP continues. I'll do that only out of mercy because if my family finds out, she'll be finished in our town. The rest is BS though. I never cheated, never thought about it, never strayed, and even if I admit I do still love her, I won't stay in a marriage that has become a farce. I don't blame you, OP. If you stayed, she would have to drop all of her friends. Is she willing to do that? OP. She already said that she will drop them, and I think she will, but again, for me, she can do anything she wants away from me. Update 2. This is not a good or satisfactory update. I was in the process of talking to a lawyer when someone very close to me passed away in a car accident. So everything has stopped for now. My wife wanted to organize the funeral, and although I made an effort to stop her, she still did it. She says my behavior is not fair because this person was like a son to her as well, and in a moment like this, we should stick together. Then she doesn't care if I divorce her or not. Again, I reiterate, she's free to do whatever she wants as long as she does it away from me, and since she wouldn't respect nor honor my grief, I stopped talking to her altogether. She could talk, cry, or complain all she wanted, but I wouldn't respond. 2 days ago, I took my relative's ashes and moved in the apartment above my restaurant. My brother is the bartender, and I instructed him and our employees to turn away my wife if she comes here. She tried blowing up my phone, saying that taking the ashes was a low blow, and we should stick together in this tragedy. I just blocked her. I won't update anymore. I just want to be alone in my grief and then get things over with my wife. Story 3. My 28 female, husband 29 male refuses to tell his ex that I'm pregnant and it bothers me. What do I do? My 28 female, husband 29 male, Jay, has a child from a previous relationship, 4 female. I love that little girl a lot, and that's never been in question. When I bought a house, I specifically made sure that she would have her own room for when she visited, something her own mother doesn't even provide her. Currently, his ex has full custody, and after a few early years of being rather contentious, they've reached a co-parenting equilibrium that I help to develop by facilitating healthy conversation. We currently see his daughter 2 weekends every month, and he sends his ex money every Friday. I'm currently 5 months pregnant. Everyone on my side that's important to me knows, but he has told neither his parents nor his ex. I'm not really thrilled about either of those things, not because of some need to have the whole world know, but because I think it's almost, rude to not tell them, because I feel like they almost deserve to know, and that not knowing will cause a lot of problems down the line. As far as his parents are concerned, I do understand why he's keeping them at arm's length. He's always been the black sheep of the family, and as far as his daughter is concerned, they're only now starting to come around to being grandparents after basically ignoring her for the first few years of her life. My husband has 5 other siblings, and their reckless, very chaotic lives generally take priority over his. Also, his mother is a pretty severe alcoholic, and although she usually means well, she's not exactly a positive influence on a child. So I get that. My problem really is that he refuses to tell his ex. Normally I wouldn't care, but there are 2 main reasons why I do. First, she has a lot of her own trauma about her bio father abandoning her and her mother to start a new family with someone else. This new family is arguably treated better than she and her mother ever were. He basically ditched them and hasn't been in contact ever since, which would mess with anyone, and I get why she's bitter about that. Second, in relation to my first point, I'm worried that if she perceives this as being a similar situation, then she will cut the cord, so to speak, and use that as an excuse to prevent her little girl from spending time with us. She has a proven history of withholding visitation for much pettier reasons, and since there's no court agreement, there's not much we could do in the moment. It's not that my husband treats me better, but we're in a long-term relationship. We're not having an oopsie baby like they did, and generally speaking, we're in a much better place financially than they were when she got pregnant. Baby girl was a COVID baby, but they were both in food service, so they both had to work and live in a crappy apartment, whereas now he has a stable job. We live in a nice house, and I can be a stay-at-home mother. So the argument could theoretically be made that he treats me better, even though it's just a matter of time and circumstance. Before anyone jumps on me, I'm fully aware that it's not my place to say anything, and I've only minimally voiced my concerns about this to a point where he knows my opinion and reasoning, but I'm not constantly up his butt about it. I genuinely believe it's up to him to breach the topic, but at this point it feels like he's just waiting for me to have the baby, and then eventually everyone will have to find out about it. His other strategy seems to be letting the 4-year-old put it together and relay hints to her mom that way. She's already kind of there, but we've been redirecting her curiosity as best as we can, which I find cowardly and a cop-out, since that's really a combo he should be having with her with his ex in person, plus the 4-year-old should not be the source of this kind of information. I guess I'm just worried that things are going to go nuclear and we're going to be back at square one with his ex, and it'll be entirely his fault, and I'll have to deal with his frustration about it. He hates being told "I told you so," and I don't make a habit of saying it, but it feels like a bad situation is inevitable, and I'm racking my brain for if there's anything I could do for preemptive damage control. So what do? Do I do nothing and just let things happen the way that they may, knowing I'll have to deal with the fallout, or do I say anything? And if so, how? Edit. A lot of the same questions are coming up, so I will do my best to answer them. 1. We do not have a custody agreement for multiple reasons. First, our current arrangement is a lot more flexible, which works better for his employment. We have considered switching jobs, but his ex does not want that because then she would not get as much money. She also does not want to go to court because it will be expensive for her and the courts will likely rule in our favor and grant 50-50 custody or even full custody if she's unable to contest it, which again means that she will get no financial help or even have to pay us. So if things went to court, we would not be the ones making it difficult. At this point in time, the arrangement we have benefits her more financially than anything. She would get in court, so she is more amicable to our demands and causes minimal drama. 2. She has a history of weaponizing the child. She has previously disappeared with the child without a single trace, unable to be contacted, and at the time my husband was experiencing some pretty severe life complications, so he wasn't able to commit as much as he should have to finding them. She is petty and she doesn't care, and she absolutely uses this fear to control my husband. 3. I'm not involved by choice. At the time where they were figuring things out, I was the primary breadwinner, so she continuously made it my problem even though I was clear that I did not want to be involved in their relationship. I will admit that she did take advantage of my soft spot for the girl, but I did threaten to take away her weekly payments that I was making at the time if she didn't let us see the child. That's really what got her to behave, which confirms to me that she really only cares about the money, despite what she tells everyone else. 4. A lot of comments were saying things like, "Are you sure you want to have a kid with him? Great choice you made there. Be wary of having a child with someone like that. Guys, I'm already pregnant. I made my choice. This isn't even about that. He's my husband and I chose him, and I can't and won't go back on that. No one is perfect. I'm far from it. I knew he had issues going in, but I love him, and when you love someone, you accept their flaws. That's all I'll say about that. 5. Stop telling me that my stepdaughter isn't my business. Her well-being is my business because I'm not going to be the stepmom that doesn't give a freak about her stepchild. I see way too much of that BS. Absolutely not. Miss me with that. I have overstepped anything or done anything I haven't been asked to do. In fact, the whole point of this is to make sure I don't do that. Sorry if that sounds aggressive, but telling me to ignore my stepdaughter and pretend this problem doesn't exist simply doesn't sit well with me. 6. To that one absolute psychopath who told me to make the simple choice of getting an abortion at 5 months and cutting ties with this bullshit, holy F, get some help. Laughing my ass off. That's all for today. If you're enjoying this story, please like the video and share your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you.